And Bridgeport police are investigating an overnight shooting that killed a Hamden man around 1 o'clock this morning. Police say several people called 911 about a person shot at P.T. Barnum housing complex. When officers got there, they found 46-year-old Johnny Nesmith outside. He had been shot multiple times and was unresponsive. Police say they believe the shooting happened after a party in a park across the street from where Nesmith was found. Investigators believe there was a crowd near him when he was shot. They are asking anyone with information to come forward. This is Bridgeport's 6th homicide of the year.